welcome to the Oh Hell Yeah podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Oh Hell Yeah. I'm Eddie Della Siepe.
And I'm Brent Flyberg.
We're here in Spider House Rules Studios. And before we get in the episod, do us a favor, subscribe to the podcast, hit the notification bell, get notified every time an episode comes out. You may have this podcast pop up on your algorithm saying, hey, here's another episode. Just subscribe, help the show out, recommend it to a friend. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, leave a review. It helps the show grow. This is episode number 2 in our back-to-back episodes because we didn't want to take a week off for the holidays. We want to give you guys the show.
Yeah, this is our Christmas gift to you.
Existing.
Yeah, 50 to 63 minutes of just some of the hottest takes imaginable.
Oh, man. It's about time. 2 guys in a garage talk for way too long.
I don't think it's ever been done.
It's amazing that no one's caught on to the fact that we're actually 2 relatively white men.
Relatively white. Yeah.
Relatively white.
Relatively white would have
That
been good.
should be my next album. Relatively white.
It's got double meaning now because now you're married into a white family. So
Yes,
you've got
I am.
white relatives.
Yes, I am. They are white. I have some white relatives.
Yeah. Midwest white.
Midwest white.
Classic Midwest white.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah.
Just a couple of pop drinking white people.
Do they call it pop?
I think they call it pop.
Cool.
I
I grew up calling it pop.
me too.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Toronto, they call it pop?
I know you want to hear something crazy. I know you want to hear I'm Canadian and want to hear like, what'd you call it, fuzzies or something?
Yeah, you call
fizzies?
duck juice.
Yeah, you guys have a little fizzy poppy?
Fizzy poppy.
Fizzy Poppy. He's
Fizzy Poppy.
actually a reggaeton singer.
Fizzy poppy. Yeah, I think I saw him at Rolling Loud in 012. 012.
Oh, 12. What was I going to say? Yeah. So they're a white family. They're great. I went to Indiana once. Mm-hmm. And we were in like this lake town on during 4th of July weekend. And a bunch of people from Michigan go there just to, they get their trailers or they get like their lake houses and stuff like that. And we went to a Mexican restaurant in this small town. Mm-hmm. And boy, was it shit. Some of the worst Mexican food ever. And, it made me really question, are these guys even Mexican?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. But was it even like good? Because in like Seattle, for example, you can get quote unquote Mexican food that's not particularly Mexican, but it's pretty tasty.
It was bad.
Okay.
It was really bad.
One time I went to a Mexican restaurant in Spain, and there were like raisins in the burrito.
Raisins in the burrito?
They didn't know what Mexican food was. It was very strange.
Maybe they're just screwing with your heads because you're American.
Maybe if that was the goal, you got me.
You know what? I've said this about the French my whole life. Lock them up.
Lock them up.
I can't do this every podcast.
We can't, but we might.
But
we might find somebody to lock up every podcast.
Everyone but Luigi, I want locked up.
Everybody but
Luigi, I want locked up.
Let him out.
Let him out.
Give him a gun.
Let him out. Give him a gun. Give him a 3D printer at the least.
At the least. Oh, I mean, we've seen what this guy can do with a 3D printer. You give this guy a 3D printer, he's going to make headline news.
Here's the hierarchy of guests for this podcast. It's our wish list.
It's our wish list.
And if
our Christmas wish list
for guests. And if anyone here is listening to the podcast, all 75 of you, if you have any intel to get these 3 people on our pod, please. No specific order. Luigi Mangione,
of course. Would love to get him on the pod.
Would love the 6-pack vigilante Robin hoodie.
Can you imagine the kind of numbers those reels would do if we got Luigi Mangione in here?
With his curly fro
Telling
and his
us
chiseled jaw.
And he's in here like, I think you should lock up bakers.
Yes. And number 2, obviously, Kash Patel, open invite.
Kash Patel. Give us that Kash Patel intel. We want him.
So bad.
Ideally, if we could get them both in there. Oh, my God.
So bad. I think
sparks would fly. If we Kash Patel and Luigi Mangione here to hash out We just give them topics to debate. Israel, Palestine, go.
I think if I could have two things, okay, it would be
Huge dong.
Luigi huge dong. It would be Luigi Mangione podcast interview in a hospital, in a medical building, something. Or we have Kash Patel at the FBI headquarters, which has been converted into a deep state museum.
Yes. Oh God. Oh yeah.
And who else? We got to have a lady. Who would be our first?
Yeah, I guess we should pick one woman.
One woman.
I mean, would I take Kamala? No, not my ideal.
You know what? Here we go. Let's stay on. I have an idea who it should be.
Okay.
You know, this podcast, we don't have guests, but if we had our first female guest on 3, who I think it should be, in all seriousness.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oprah.
Sydney Sweeney.
Okay.
Wow, me and you are very different. Oprah? Sydney Sweeney.
If we could get Oprah?
Sydney Sweeney.
What's Sydney Sweeney going to do for
I got
our
2
podcast?
reasons why Sydney Sweeney should be on this show.
Left eye, right eye.
Her head chesticles.
Yeah. When you think about it, the eyes are kind of the tits of the head.
I call them head chesticles. You have beautiful eyes. It'd be funny to say that to her. It said like, do you like girls with blue eyes? Like, I love women that have blue chesticles on their head. What? Face chesticles.
Reading your vows, and when I stare deep into your bright blue eye chesticle, face chesticles, I know we're going to be together forever.
The moment I looked right into your face chesticles,
Okay.
I knew that you were the woman for me.
Okay, let's say we get...
This is the dumbest thing I've ever said in front of a lens. And Sydney Sweeney, if you're watching this podcast, you have beautiful blue eyes.
She is.
And I'm sure, and I think you're a fantastic actress who has got great comedic timing, who's got great dramatic abilities. And a beautiful set of blue face chesticles.
Now, let's say we get Sydney Sweeney on the podcast.
Don't tell my wife.
Don't tell her.
My wife also has beautiful face chesticles.
Yeah. Some of the
you
best.
could say it.
So your wife has some of the... You want me to say that? You want me to say that your wife has some of the best face chesticles? All right, if you want me to, I will.
I will never say about your girlfriend because she's not your wife. Okay. Only about my wife.
Okay, yeah. Please keep my wife's face chesticles out of your mouth.
What is happening? I'm so delirious. I mean, oh man, we don't deserve a Patreon. We can't do more than one episode a day.
No, are you kidding me?
Eventually we could.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll
so
work
Sydney
up to it.
Sweeney. She comes on the podcast.
Yeah. What do we do with her? Do we ask her? Do we interview her? Do we play a game with her? What's your plan?
Well, first of all, wedding ring off. Baby, I love you. You're the love of my life. You're my wife, my heart, my soul, my everything. But if Sydney Sweeney walks in this room, I'd cut off my finger if I had to. This ring, and it's my dead father's old wedding ring.
Sydney Sweeney walked in. It's history, baby.
It is gone.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of ask her how she's doing.
Okay.
You know what? Honestly,
just a regular chat sort of interview,
Yeah.
armchair expert style interview.
if Sydney Sweeney came on this podcast, it would be just me and you asking her different versions of, so what are you thinking? What are you thinking about?
What kind of guys do you date?
What are you looking at?
Like, what are they? Are they like my size, or are they like Eddie's size, or
Do you think
somewhere in between?
Do you think our kids would have blue eyes or brown eyes or blonde hair or black hair? What do you think? You were so funny on Saturday Night Live. You're so versatile.
You're so talented.
You're so
When you're on screen, it's hard to take your eyes off you because you're so talented.
Yeah. I don't want to look up because I'm afraid I'll look down. We do have a hall pass, me and my wife.
Do you really?
Yes, we do. We discussed it earlier. If you don't know what a hall pass is, it's a freebie. You can be intimate with this person as long as you come across this person. Hers was Ryan Gosling.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I don't blame her. Love the Goss.
Yeah.
Good-looking guy. He's rugged, but also handsome. He's pretty, but also kind of rough around the edges. Don't blame her one bit. Also Canadian. Can't blame her.
Canadian. She's got a type.
Got a type.
Canadians.
And for me...
Canadians with great heads of hair.
Yeah,
That's her type, baby.
Yeah. For me, it is Charlize Theron or anyone that looks like her.
You found a loophole.
It's not. I got bad eyes. It's not my fault.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was her.
I'm pretty sure that lady who works at Walmart is Charlize Theron.
I thought it was her.
You think I'd risk my marriage for anyone other than Charlize Theron?
Yeah, she's walking around a mall. I followed a woman I thought was Charlize Theron. Theron.
Theron.
She's tall.
How tall? How tall do you think she is?
6 feet. She's 6-footer.
She's a footer?
She's a 6-footer.
She's a 6-footer? Reel her in. You know, you're...
The sound effect's cute. Oh man, I've been with a tall woman before. I'm not, if anyone's wondering, I'm 5'7" tall in China. But
Yeah, you told me you dated a 6-footer?
6-footer, and man, when those legs came up, one leg, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, not to be crude, but just the physics of it.
It was awkward. Yeah. It was so awkward. Me with a 6-foot woman was so awkward.
Yeah.
First of all, she said this a lot, like, what's on me? And it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you scared her with your tiny little body.
I was just crawling up her like that. Just getting in there.
Yeah. Oh, girl, when you come over, I'm gonna treat that body like a jungle gym.
No, I'm gonna be all up in that. And then afterwards, she was after we finished making love, I just sat in her belly button and just stared at the ceiling.
Okay, so she had a deep belly button.
No.
And
there's like a little ring there, and I was like, oh, it hurts. I just stood up there and just looked at her ceiling. That was fun. One time, a woman walked in this coffee shop. She was from the WNBA, 6'8".
6'8".
6'8".
That's a tall lady.
And she was proportionate too.
6'8". That's crazy.
I think she's also on OnlyFans.
6'8", I think. Not that we would have ever investigated.
OnlyFans sponsor this podcast. We'll blur out our bodies.
Whatever, dude.
We'll blur out our bodies.
Should we just start an OnlyFans?
No.
No.
Dude, as soon as I put that link in my bio, it's just there's gonna be a lot of men on my Instagram just be like, show me daddy. Denim daddy, show me.
Show hole.
Show hole. Show hole? Is that what they say?
I think they're saying that out there. I think they're saying it in the DMs.
Show hole. Show hole.
Show hole.
Drop Trout and show hole.
Show hole, Otani.
Is it drop Trout or drop Trout?
Drop Trout. Short for trouser.
Oh.
Did you think they were asking you to drop the fish in your hands?
Well, I thought they would drop Trout. I thought it was like a thing, like they do in fishing. They just drop it back in the water. No? I've been saying that wrong for the whole time. I've been telling women that I'm intimate with to drop Trout.
You've been telling women, well, okay, let's say you were saying it right. You're telling a woman to drop trow?
Well, they never did it. Now I know why, because I'm just saying it wrong.
Oh, these are women you're harassing on the street.
No, it's women that are in my bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah, they may be working for AT&T and looking for the router, but still.
It's just right in here. Now drop trow.
Drop trow.
Oh, God.
There's certain things that if you're intimate with a woman that you can't say, like drop trow.
Drop trow.
Let's see it.
Let's see it. Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
Gimme.
Gimme. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum. I think I could pull up yum, yum.
I think you could. Speaking of which, this is episode number 2 tonight. You know what's funny? Like, normally it wouldn't be this hard to do 2 episodes, but I think when you do them at night.
Something about the nighttime.
Yeah, if we did 2 in a day, it'd be a little easier.
Yeah.
But at night, you just feel like, oh, we should go to bed.
Yeah, I should be in bed. Wouldn't it be so nice to be in bed right now?
With you?
God.
Yeah. Me and you in bed right now watching Sports Center?
Oh, okay. I'm back in.
You know what?
Bowl of popcorn.
Bowl of popcorn or maybe some chocolate pretzels. Just
Oh, chocolate pretzels, the sweet and the salty.
two heterosexual men in bed watching Sports Center,
Da-na-na.
fully clothed,
Da-na-na.
and at the same time kind of enjoying each other's body heat.
I mean, it's cold outside.
Yeah. Wouldn't
not-
that be the dream?
That would be really nice.
I'd love to marry you.
What do you? Okay.
No sex.
I'd love a sexless domestic partnership.
I'd love what my parents had.
What are you sleeping in these days?
Oh, bed, sheets.
Just sheets?
You're not a naked sleeper, are you?
No.
Well, I picture you. Okay, I picture you looking like Samuel L. Jackson or John Travolta when they got hosed off from in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, you're not far off.
Like just like an old like a UC Berkeley or some kind of like school shirt, some shorts, maybe some socks, and maybe some slides.
I'm not sleeping in socks.
Not sleeping in slides, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But no, you pretty much nailed it. Usually old t-shirt, usually shirt off kind of a guy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then cotton shorts. That's it, baby.
I sleep in a suit.
You sleep in a full suit. Tailored Armani.
No.
Double-breasted.
No. It's off the rack.
Off the rack. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Calvin Klein
I'm
off the rack.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Imagine like some woman sleeps with a guy, all right? And it's like a drunk kind of like night of passion.
Mm-hmm.
She wakes up and he's like in a suit, okay?
In bed,
In bed.
asleep.
Yeah.
But he felt when they met, he was wearing
A suit. So you're like, okay. You hook up with again, but no sex, but then you wake up and he's in a suit again. That'd be kind of weird.
this scenario would be very strange.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking we're talking about earthquake kits.
Yeah.
And so I was just thinking, is this, my wife just told us a story about like how, what was the story again? Like on the...
there was, the power went out in Malibu
Yeah.
and everyone on the PCH stopped.
Yeah. And then it was pitch black. And then when the power came on, then everyone started driving again.
So strange.
Sometimes, dude, okay, listen. I'm gonna put all jokes aside. What should have been the name of the pod?
All jokes aside?
No jokes aside.
No jokes aside. No,
Damn
that's
it.
not bad.
That's not bad, yeah. Sometimes I do feel like we're living in a sim.
Go on.
Sometimes I feel like you see someone again some feels like a little bit of like a Truman Show thing happening every now and then. I don't believe it, but every now and then I'm like, am I gonna like be 85 years old or 90 years old, you in your late 40s, and pass away, you from a heart attack, me from being in mid-thrust.
Sure. Right. Sexually related death for you, of course.
But and then I'm going to open my eyes and I'm just going to be me, but with a VR helmet on. Like, oh, that was great. How long was I there for? 20 minutes? Like, oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Huh.
And then some guy in a booth's like, you want to do it again? Just give me another $10. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? All right. You can get the membership free. It's you get the whole month unlimited. Like a car wash. I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, let's do it. Wouldn't that be crazy?
It would be crazy because you'd make your life feel like so many lifetimes. It'd be exhausting. Wouldn't you feel so old?
No, but like it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like when you're living it.
Maybe there's a recommendation in the future. It's like you can only do that once a day.
Maybe you're only allowed to do it once a day.
But then again, if this is a simulation, this is my dream.
Yeah, that's
To have unsuccessful podcasts with my buddy in a garage.
If this is a simulation, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed that I had to floss every day. You're telling me
well,
I'm
you don't
getting cavities in a simulation? Fix the simulation.
You don't have to floss.
I do.
That's true. Remember your toothbrush?
Yeah. That's so funny. I just noticed that my roommate's is so much worse than mine. I walked in one day and it was so much worse. And I think that's part of the reason mine got bad was because the one I was putting it up next to is always a little bit worse.
You know what? I've said this once. I'll say it again. You can't live with a man. I don't care if he's gay, straight. I don't care. Men are gross.
Men, yeah. Don't ever live with a man
No.
unless he's paying your rent.
Unless he's paying your rent. Don't have sex with men either.
Yeah, unless they're me. I'm just kidding, babes. Just kidding.
I never ever got why homophobes exist. But think about it. If you're some guy who hates gay people or gay men, and you're so heterosexual, you want them to exist.
Less competition?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think homophobes are reacting to, if not being fully gay, like having a gay thought or a gay dream.
And they hate themselves.
Yeah,
of course. But in theory, on paper, they should love.
They should love it.
They should love the fact that there's gays.
I love
the gays.
They're out there, and they're not trying to hook up with your girlfriend. And if you're nice to them, they'll teach you how to dress better.
There you go. Every heterosexual guy out there should want more gays.
Yeah.
So many gays.
More the better.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
I'm all for it.
I've been...
give them guns. Give the gays guns.
Yeah.
And lock up the homophobes.
No.
You know?
Oh, yes.
For once,
yeah. I thought you said something else. Lock them up.
Lock up the homophobes.
So what else is new? I know we're doing back to back and we're fading slow, but we got
we're good.
We got a burger.
We got so much to talk about. I did an escape room.
What? Really?
Yeah, Maddie and I did an escape room.
Why?
We did Hollywood date night.
Okay.
So we went to Hollywood. We took a Waymo to Musso and Frank's. We had a couple martinis. Then we did the escape room. Then we were going to go to the Wax Museum, but it was closed. So we went to a bar, and then we went to the Taco Bell Cantina. Now, back to the escape room.
Wait, so you should have a real Hollywood date.
Oh, what would that be?
That would be having adrenochrome. Having adrenochrome shots in your arm.
Okay, I love that. I'm in.
Finding a way to step on your friend's throat and take his business.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Write a script that no one asked for.
Show up to an audition, see 100 people who look like a slightly better looking version of you.
Yes. And then, I don't know, just get out a selfie stick and start taping yourself everywhere you go.
Yeah, content. Yeah. That's what a Hollywood date night would be. We make content.
So you did a nice little Hollywood date with Maddie, who I love. She's very cool.
She's great.
She's great. Hey, Matt, what's up? Please leave a comment.
Yeah, how come you never commenting on any of this? How come you haven't written a review on Apple Podcasts? What's up with that?
I get why my wife doesn't because she hates everything I do. But you love what he does.
Yeah, you're open to liking this podcast.
Yeah. Well,
anyways,
we can't alienate our OnlyFans. OnlyFans. So anyway, you had a nice little date night.
Yes.
Escape room.
Here's the thing. We got a little drunk before we went in there. And usually you go in there with more people. So
You only two in the escape room?
Yeah, it was just me and her. Have you ever done an escape room?
I think it's the dumbest thing alive.
Okay.
Continue.
I love it.
Why?
I love puzzles, man.
Is that what I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, they put you in a room and you have an hour to solve a bunch of puzzles.
So one of them goes, well, give me an example on the puzzle questions.
Well, that's the thing is it's just a room full of stuff and you have to kind of figure out what the puzzle even is. Like there was ours was sort of like circus themed. And so there was an image with some strongmen and it had their names, but their names were missing. And then there was this box that had little cubes at the bottom of it and a magnet. But you had to figure out how to get the cubes out with the magnet. And then when you took them out, it had one of the names of the strongman on it. And then that missing letter was on a dial that was underneath. And so when you set the 4 dials to the correct letters, a thing fell open and more clues fell out. And it kind of goes like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get out of there?
Well, this is what I'm upset about. we were a little drunk and we were not doing well to the point that about half hour in, they just came over the loudspeakers check out those balls over there.
Oh.
And then I was like, "Oh, cool!" And then we're a bunch of metal balls in this thing, and you kind of push them towards this hole. And so I'm jamming my fingers in there, and he goes, "Get your fingers out of there!"
Really?
There were like little slats on the ground that I was supposed to be using. But he was like,
get your fingers out of there. You know what? I'm back in. Escape rooms are great.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't take into consideration the escape room monitors.
Yeah.
That have to make sure that you are on track, that you don't take too long,
you're not
you don't
hooking
freak
up.
out, that you're not hooking up or whatever. But how far are those guys pushed?
Truly.
Are they just have like, I open the door, just get out. You're never gonna stop it.
I think they were watching us closely from the second we went in. They said, these people are hot. They're not going to be smart enough to figure it out.
Stop checking your phones. Look behind the bookshelf.
So yeah, we got to the point where we were running out of time. Like we had like a minute or two left, and we had this puzzle, and we finished it. And then this door opened, so we were like, okay. And we go into the other room and realize there's a full other room full of puzzles, and the time expired. Like as we entered the second room full of puzzles.
I'm not a puzzle guy.
Oh, I love a puzzle.
I don't mind a Wordle.
I love a puzzle.
Oh, do you like a Rubik's Cube?
No. No. That's too much. Because to me, that's not even really a puzzle. That's like a.
It is a puzzle.
Yes, technically.
It's like a brain exercise.
I guess, but it's more like a formula. Like if you know the formula, you can do it. I guess learning the formula is the puzzle.
Right.
But I don't know that. I picked one up one time and it made me feel stupid, and I put it down.
I feel like everyone who can solve a Rubik's Cube under 5 minutes is either good at piano, the cello, or the guitar, or plays flute or clarinet. Something.
The only person I've ever met who was really good at it, man, it blew my mind when he did this. Because he was this big dude. When I lived in Australia, he was this big Kiwi, a New Zealand guy, Maori guy, and he was so like direct when he talked that I kind of assumed he was dumb. Like just the way like he would be very, what am I trying to say? Like one time, one of my roommates at the time was talking about what he wanted to do for work, and he was like, well, whatever you want to do, you just got to go do it. You know, you just got to find the thing you want to do and go do it. And it was like, this guy's an idiot, you know? And then one day he pulled out a Rubik's Cube and he could do it without looking at it. And then he could do like, put it so that it was like made an X, and he could do it so that.
Really?
Yeah. Without looking at it, he could just and do all sorts of different patterns with it. And I was like, maybe this guy's a genius. Maybe I do just need to do it. Maybe this guy's right about everything.
Maybe he's like an autistic Tony Robbins.
He was pretty personable. He seemed very capable of making eye contact and having a conversation. Actually, he might have been the coolest guy I've ever met.
You might have missed out on being mentored by an amazing man.
Yeah, I blew it.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. And then I pull out a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. One time I was in a mall. I was on the road. I went to a local mall in this town, and there was a guy solving Rubik's Cubes by himself, and he had 4 of them. Mm-hmm. And he just like
at the mall.
Yeah, in the
like in the food court.
In the food court, yeah. And he was just solving with his
trolling for babes.
He just flexing for the babes.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even like looking at it.
Yeah.
He was just like this, boom, 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 and then he scrambled them, and then he waited, and he had like a little clock timer, like you do in chess.
Yeah.
And it was just like boom, 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 and he was just timing himself.
So he was just practicing for nationals.
For nationals, yeah. And I was just like, wow, look at that guy go, and just like you just feel like so dumb. Rubik's Cube makes you feel dumb.
Make me feel so dumb.
I'm not good at. Do you like puzzles?
Yeah.
Really?
Like a jigsaw puzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good. I had a jigsaw puzzle. I got a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle at the beginning of quarantine, and it was on my table for, I think, 7 months.
Well, you ate on that?
I mean, yeah.
You'd be eating on a puzzle for 7 months, not even formed, is pretty funny. Or solved. That's kind of funny.
It was a hard puzzle. Yeah, it was harder than I thought it was going to be.
It always is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
But then I was it took so long that once I finished it, I was like, well, I'm not putting this back in the box. So I glued it and I hung it on my wall.
What is it?
Neuschwanstein. It's a castle in Germany.
Oh, okay, good.
I got it because, yeah.
It's a Nazi soldier. It's an SS officer.
It's a vintage puzzle I got at a very shady website.
Yeah.
No, because my grandma my whole life, my grandma's had a puzzle with a picture of Neuschwanstein that she bought at that castle when she was young. And
Where are they from?
She's from North Dakota.
Oh,
Ukrainian descent.
Oh, how far back do you go for in terms of Eastern European? How far back do you go?
I don't know.
You never looked at it? Never done 23andMe or anything like that?
Never done 23andMe. The other day I did kind of go online and looked back as far as I could find, at least on my dad's side. I don't know. I don't remember most of it now, but like it's pretty much all Sweden and Ukraine on her side.
Uh-huh. My wife's family is like, they're so American. They were here before it was a country.
Now that's great.
They're like colonial Americans.
Now that's
so. Some of them are born here when it was before 1776.
That's crazy.
So they're like
pre-American.
They're pre-American.
Wow.
Well, what were you back then? If you're born in 1775, what were you? Were you British?
I guess it was a British colony.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Because if you're born in Canada up until 1867, you were British. Because Canada became independent in 1867.
Did they have to fight?
Later.
Did they have to fight for that, or did they give it to them?
That's why we're nice.
Yeah, that's why you still got the Queen.
On
Australia
money.
too. Australia's still like, hey, what's up, Queenie?
Yeah. Where's she right now?
In the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, she died.
What?
The Queen died.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's-
And I killed her.
No. No.
She died this year. That was pretty recent.
Was it this year?
Yeah.
Huh.
This year, within the last year and a half.
Wasn't she like 100 or something?
She was old.
Right. Huh.
And then her son, the king, he's already so fucking old. He's not gonna last very long.
Yeah,
He's
then
probably like
Prince William.
75.
Boy, Prince William really went from hot to not.
That poor guy.
The poor guy. It's amazing what
Never seen such a glow down.
glow down. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, all I can say is to Prince William, you are probably one of the richest people on earth because of your lineage and family.
Sure.
Would it hurt to get a Hims care package?
I know, right? I kind of respect that he said, whatever, I'm just going to lose my hair.
Yeah, I guess. I wonder if it's like a thing where like he has to do with dignity. It's like a Mormon, it's like a Church of Latter-day Saints thing. Like, no, I can't have.
Yeah, I can't go to Turkey as the prince.
I think they come to you. Or I think there's the only reason people go to Turkey. Now here comes all the ads. Is
Because it's cheaper?
it's cheaper.
No.
Because you can get it done in
it's
America.
the best, and they say you have to come to me.
No.
And they make the prince come to him.
What would it take for you? Would you ever do the Turkey hair transplant?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I'd rather not go to Turkey, but
I heard about
would
it.
I, if I had an extra 10 grand right now, would I go just kind of touch it up? Sure.
How far back does it got to go before you go to Turk?
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's what I think is that you can't.
And we're very privileged, by the way, to all
Yeah.
the baldos out there,
Yeah,
chrome
sorry.
dumbers.
Because that's the thing is I don't think I would lower my hairline. I would just make sure that it's
full.
wherever it was stayed full.
Right.
Because I think if you bring the hairline back down, it's like, well, come on, guy. Come on, guy.
Yeah.
You're 45 years old. Your hairline's just like kissing your eyebrows. Yeah, right.
You'd have to shave your head, and then I think you.
Oh, don't worry. I follow guys on TikTok who did the whole thing. I know what it's
there's
like.
there's guys out there doing God's work. They're taking you from step by step, waking up,
Every day.
waking up, going to the airport, checking in through customs, flying to Turkey, landing, getting picked up in Istanbul from a black car, getting escorted to your hotel, taken from your hotel to your first consultation. Then you get chalked up and you get sized up, and they show you the mock-ups, and they shave your head. Then they come back the next day, they Novocaine your head up, and then the plucking begins, and the insertion begins, and then you're scabbed up, and then you're on a plane back to good old US of A, and then you're just scabbing up until you start growing out.
Yeah, it gets red and spotted with blood, and it's pretty gnarly. It honestly looks gnarly. It does not look fun.
No. What is it? What happened to guys? I feel like there's such a...
Yeah, guys, what happened to
What
you?
happened to us? Scott Galloway, what's wrong with men?
What's wrong with men? What's wrong with boys?
Scott Galloway, what's wrong with young white men in America? They need guidance. They need help.
They need a Joe Rogan of the left.
They need a Joe Rogan of the left. Little Joe Rogan of the left. That sounds like a kid's book. Little Joe Rogan then went into his studio and then talked to the president, and then the numbers went up, and then he became president.
Hey, that's good. That kind of rhymed.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
These are kettlebell stories for kids. Joe, have us on your podcast.
Joe, come on.
Joe, we love you, Joe. Joe, nothing is more manly than this podcast. We actually do it in a gym.
Yeah.
There's a gym equipment right behind you.
And it scares women.
Yes.
So what's more manly than that?
Yes. What was I going to say? Turkey. This.
Turkey.
No, I had some around the tip of my dong here.
What were we talking about? Pre-turkey. We were talking about hair plugs.
The king. Oh, Prince William.
Okay.
If he had a full head of hair, he'd have a different people. He'd still be a heartthrob, I think.
Yeah,
because he had a picture of him. He's tall. He had a picture of him go viral of him with a beard and a shaved head and a beret for like when he was like doing some military exercise thing, and everyone was going fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
All women were like, "Oh my god, yeah."
Yeah, I'd give him a royal line of succession.
Yeah, he can
succession.
He would. You know what, Brazzers, get on that.
I will freelance.
Brazzers, hire this man.
Hire me.
Hire him. Succession.
That's pretty good.
Guys.
His royal hiney.
There you go. Okay, not as good. But on the spot, Brazzers.
Yeah.
He's on the spot. Royal crowning.
Royal crowning.
There you go. What is that? No, that means she's giving birth.
Giving birth.
Yeah.
Something about the crown jewels.
Crown jewels on my chest.
Handle his crown jewels.
That's not bad. If you want to ever play a prank in a public bathroom, especially in an airport bathroom, do yourself a favor. When you go inside the stall and you're sitting down to take a dump, just yell out, "I'm crowning." And man, people just clear out of there, and you got the whole place to yourself.
Which is what I want.
Yes.
I do want the airplane bathroom to myself.
You want the airport bathroom to yourself. Just yell, "I'm crowning."
I'm crowning.
And then everyone's just going to skedaddle out of there. Here's another thing. You're at the urinal. Just look down and be like, "Blood?" And then...
You think that'll clear people out?
No. The guy next to you...
It'll give you some space. That's for sure.
The guy next to you is going to
Yeah. If you go to a urinal and you just lean over and go, "Hey, can you do me a favor and check this out? Is this blood?"
Yeah. If you want to really clear out some space at the airport urinal, or any urinal for that matter, guys, fellas, and you're taking a leak, tell the guy next to him, "Hey, you mind shaking this? My hands are full." You're checking your phone. You're going through. You're eating a burrito. You're peeing. You mind shaking that? My hands are full.
I'm a little busy.
Yeah,
Come on, help a guy out.
I would really implore you, all the men out there who listen to this podcast, all 85 of you, please try these tips.
And if you want to clear people out and you're in the stall, do what I do. Bring a vuvuzela.
What the hell's that?
The horn that they use at soccer games. That's
yes. Yeah.
And then you just start blowing on that vuvuzela and grunting like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll clear out.
Yeah. But it's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, my wife, she doesn't like she'll hold it as long as possible, but she'll never go in a public place to go to the bathroom.
Interesting.
I will.
Oh, anytime.
I'll walk in your house party. First thing I do is go to the bathroom and ruin it.
I would say I'd rather use a public restroom than like a friend's restroom.
Why is that?
I don't know, because the public restroom I leave, that place doesn't exist to me anymore. What do I care?
Right.
If we're all hanging out, if there's like 5 or 6 of us hanging out, there's only one bathroom in that apartment, I'm not shitting in there.
Also, you ever go to a house party and you go to the bathroom and then there's a towel there and you just know everyone's been using that towel to wipe their hands? What do you do?
Yeah,
I just go like this to my jeans.
I don't care. I wipe my hands on it.
Yeah?
I don't care.
Yeah, I take a shower with it.
Yeah.
Imagine taking a shower just like at your friend's place. Might use the bathroom, you just take a shower.
Actually, you know what?
What? Defend this.
I have been trying to get it so that it's more normal for people to take showers at their friends' houses.
What do you mean?
Like I went to my friends. We had planned to eat dinner or something, and I was coming straight there from a workout.
Okay.
And so I said, "Hey, I don't really want to go home, so I'm just going to come straight there and shower." And he was like, "This is a very weird thing to ask."
It is a weird thing.
And I agree, but it doesn't have to be. We used to do this show at a hostel in Seattle, and I would run there from where I worked. It was like,
why?
For exercise.
For exercise.
Yeah,
okay.
and then I would
Not being chased by crackheads.
and they would let me shower at the hostel.
Huh.
And I think because as a person who is trying to get my fitness on, but also live a rich, full life, it would be great if I didn't have to go home and shower after every workout. If I could go straight to the hang, take a quick shower. I'll squeegee. I'll do whatever you need. I'll follow protocol.
Okay.
But if I could just if I could come straight here after a workout, take a shower, and then record a podcast, that'd open up my world. And just so you know, you're welcome to take a shower at my place anytime. And that's for everybody listening. If I know you well enough to trust you in my home, I trust you to take a shower. If you need to shower, take a damn shower.
Interesting. I don't know. Here's your first mistake.
What's that?
Is the assumptive shower. You gotta ask the shower.
Of course, you gotta ask.
Yeah, but you told me in this recalling the story that you like, I'll just go to your place, take a shower, and then we'll go.
I did ask. I said, is it okay?
Is it okay if I take a shower? If you did a presumptive shower, if you do a pop in and a shower, that's crazy. If you walk in like, hey,
I was in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I thought I'd drop by. I was at the bar around the corner.
Got a towel for me? That's the other thing. You got to bring your own towel if you expect them to let you shower.
There you go.
You got to have your own towel.
Are you bringing a wet towel? You're gonna bring, what do you do with this wet towel?
I got a reusable bagoo kind of a situation. I'm stuffing it in there and I'm taking care of it the next day.
In a past life, you were homeless. I'm guaranteed. You're a vagabond.
And I was resourceful.
You figured it out. Okay, so let's just say, paint me a picture here.
Okay.
You did a workout at your respective gym.
Pervel in Encino, Prevail Fitness.
Yeah, he's at Planet Fitness, eating lunch in the locker room. just
asking guys for stock tips.
just working on your jeans. Just Planet Fitness stuff. Just be a regular guy at Planet Fitness. Just working on your jeans like RFK in Venice Beach. Asking guys to spot you when you're at the water fountain. Yeah. Reading a book while on the elliptical, but the book's upside down. Yeah. Just reading a Playboy on the Stairmaster. Just asking for who's got the latest crypto coin in the back. Using the blow dryer to iron out your clothes.
Just offering to inject anybody who needs an injection.
Does that really happen at Planet Fitness?
I'm assuming there's guys doing steroids at Planet Fitness.
I'm sure there's guys that are just like...
And I bet one of them needs a hand. I'm saying, I got you.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything morally wrong with taking steroids.
I don't either.
If you need help...
I don't either.
I know.
I'm fully on board with anyone who wants to transition to being a man or to be a more manly man.
Yeah.
I'm all for this transition.
Go for it. Anybody who wants to take steroids, I think, should take steroids.
Yes, especially athletes.
Yes.
I want Olympic athletes. I want my Paralympic athletes to be roided up. They start walking again.
Yeah. Let's get them juice, HGH, grow back those neural pathways.
There we go. Anyway, so you're at Planet Fitness, just screaming while doing exercises. Then you come and you're like, man, I kind of get close. I need a shower. Can I shower your place? And I'm like, okay, sure. And then, so what's the protocol? You come in.
I come in. I've got.
You have a towel. You have a towel.
I got a.
Do you have a towel in your car?
I got a towel and a change of clothes
in your car.
Yeah.
Do you have toiletries?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
No deodorant. You don't use deodorant. That's a lot.
I might have deodorant. I guess I would want to use whatever soap is in there.
There we go. There's the rub. And I mean that.
Yeah. Pretty good. Now, if it's going to make it easier, okay, fine. I'll start bringing soap. I'll start carrying soap around.
Well, can you just do a water shower? You just want to get wet? That doesn't do anything.
No, I don't want to just get wet.
You're using the shampoo.
I'm not using the shampoo. I don't wash my hair very often.
Okay. So you don't?
No.
That explains so much. That's why it's so beautifully and oily, like a mink coat.
Precisely.
I wash my hair a lot. That's because I'm a greasy
About
little man.
once a week, I'm washing the hair,
Nice.
give or take.
You get a good head. You give a good head.
I give good head.
Ladies or lady.
Lady, she knows. She knows.
She knows.
She fucking knows.
I'm gonna have sex with my wife after this. I'm talking to Brent so much. I'm so happy. Get him over here. Close the lights. Shut up. Put on this hat.
Shut up.
Put on this Dodger
Drop
hat.
Trout.
Drop Trout.
Gimme.
Was that first episode or last episode?
That was this one.
Okay, good. I don't. I'm going loopy. We're close. So you come over. You use.
I take a quick shower.
What if
no more than 7 minutes?
What if I did this to you? What if I go, no problem, but do you mind just cleaning the tub after you're done?
Sure.
Do I give you like a disinfectant?
If you give me a rag and a spray,
then I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing is cleaning up after whoever's in there.
do you think I'm going to leave some sort of bacteria behind?
Yes, you're a human being. Everyone does. But it's probably gonna be a quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you clean in your shower? Do you guys pay somebody to do that?
We have a cleaning lady that comes once a month. But for the most part, if it gets to the point where I'm just like, I need to do this, then I'll do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just sponge.
Well, I have like one of those like
You got a vacuum?
No, I have a,
You're vacuuming out the fucking shower?
no, I got a yeah. I just put a vibrator on a rag.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, a rabbit on a rag. Rabbit on a rag.
Rabbit on a rag.
Should have been the name of the podcast.
Should have been the Welcome back to Rabbit on a Rag.
That almost sounds like you're using a vibrator while having your period.
That does, yeah.
Rabbit on the rag.
Yeah.
Rabbit on the rag.
Wait,
Woman's journey.
You have some sort of machine for your shower?
I have like it's almost like a brush, like a rotating brush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get them on like Amazon for really cheap.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I bought attachments for my
Drill?
drill, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would use that to
That's actually pretty good because it's a cordless.
Yeah.
Right. That's not bad. This one's cordless too when you plug it in, but it's like long and it's like a
Okay, send me a link. I want one. Because my shower, I'll be honest, it's kind of nasty.
but it's got like a little
You wouldn't want to take a shower at my place, I bet. I bet you'd walk in and say,
walk in,
I'm
I'll
good.
I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll walk. Actually, you know what? Take a shower.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and
this is what I've been saying.
And to cut time, I'll clean up while you're doing it.
Thank you. Okay. well.
Yeah. What's in the news? You had some news stories. This is not
honestly,
going to be real relevant.
I didn't even find a good news story.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to say this about this podcast, and
I didn't find a news story, but I did find something that I thought was
we
interesting.
may not agree or like the President of the United States, but by golly, do I love his appointees.
Cash Patel.
Cash.
Come on the show. Come on the show, Cash.
RFK.
Come on the show.
Take off your shirt, keep on the jeans, grab a rattlesnake in the middle of the forest. Do whatever you want to do, you fucking scratchy voice son of a bitch.
Come on over.
Come over here and let's hang. Because I like where your head's going because he wants to get rid of the polio vaccine.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
You ever met somebody with polio?
yes.
Did you?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said something else.
What did you think I said? Met somebody with pole?
Someone who's been playing a lot of polo. No. Never met anyone with polio. Mitch McConnell had polio.
Mitch McConnell had polio?
And I think he still does.
Yeah, I think he's still recovering.
Yeah, he's still getting polio flashbacks.
There was a guy who lived across the street from my grandparents when I was young who had polio.
What happens? His legs get all...
He was in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Does something happen to your legs or something?
Something happens to your...
I think it nerves, right?
Yeah, something about nerves, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only person I've heard about having polio for the last 35 years. Because we have this vaccine.
RFK, God, you're doing... You know what? Get the fluoride out of the water. Get the vaccines out of our schools.
Yeah.
get the sugar out of the ketchup, get the sugar out of the Coca-Cola.
Get more bacteria in the milk.
Get more bacteria in the milk. I want the milk straight from the fucking udders, baby.
Straight. If
Teat to glass, I say.
If I can't, at some point in the next 4 years, go to a grocery store, pay $1 to put my mouth directly on the teat, then you've failed,
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy Jr.
RFK, you make it so crystal clear, although it does sound scratchy. But you want the right type of milk. And I want it to go, and it's going to happen. Or one day you're going to go, you're going to be an elitist blue state yuppie with too much money from your trust fund or whatever. You're going to go to an Erewhon, and you're going to want milk. They're going to be like, we only have the freshest of milk. There's going to be literally a cow in aisle 6. And you got to line up and just put your mouth right underneath that teat, underneath that udder, and get sprayed right in your face.
Teat to teat.
Or you bring a jug, and that's what's going to happen. And
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. In fact, shout out to Erewhon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Everything should be more money.
Yes, and all the Erewhon employees should have guns.
Everything should be more money.
More money.
More money. I
more
want
guns.
I want to have. I was there recently. The wife was sick. She wanted to give me some soup. I'm like, from where? She's like, Erewhon. I'm like, okay. I guess for no Christmas for you.
Yeah.
And I bought a $25 jar of soup.
Holy
and
shit.
I fucking felt alive.
Was it good?
It was okay. And it was. I'm telling you right now. It is. It feels great to spend up to $200 for 6 items.
God, you're right. It really does for some
It
reason.
just feels amazing. Like I'm walking around, I just bought a $10 orange.
Did you?
This feels great.
Have you had any of the famous smoothies?
I've not.
Oh,
Are they really that good?
I mean, they're pretty fucking good.
Well,
it's a milkshake. It's a $20 milkshake. But
Okay,
it's
not enough.
pretty good.
Not enough money.
We had the Haley Bieber,
Of course.
and then we had the Jay Flair in honor of Jack Flaherty, Dodgers pitcher.
He had his own smoothie.
Yeah, it was blue and white. It was Dodgers colors. It was sick. It was sick.
See, look.
I don't care. Charge me $20 for the smoothie. I don't care that it's expensive. That's part of the appeal. You know it's stupid, but it's sometimes fun to buy a stupid $20 milkshake.
Erewhon, you're nailing it. Sometimes I go to Trader Joe's and they're like, "Hey, how was your week?" Like, okay, relax.
Yeah.
I'm married. I'm
Quit
with my
flirting
wife.
with me.
Get the hell away from me, you fucking Hawaiian
Tired
shirt
of
freak.
being sexually harassed by every Trader Joe's employee.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't really talk right now. I'm thinking about the mayhem that is your parking lot. Oh, wow. You got your version of mac and cheese? Just get the Kraft.
Yeah, out there it's your version of Mad Max and cheese.
You don't got LaCroix? We got Trader Joe's fizzy drink. Stop.
Stop it.
Just give up. Certain
Stop.
things you can't do as well.
Peanut flavored spread. Come on.
Stop it.
I just want Jiffy peanut butter.
Give me the Jif.
Give me the Jif.
If my wife brings me home anything other than Jif, we're divorced. You don't know me.
He'll do it.
But Erewhon.
He's been looking for a reason.
Yeah, I've been looking for reasons. But Erewhon, God, I love paying so much money for things.
It's so great.
It's so great.
It's so fun.
It's so great. And then when you walk around, and people don't know, Erewhon is basically, imagine Whole Foods even more elite.
What people used to say about Whole Foods, kind of exaggerating,
Yes.
that's what Erewhon is.
Go to an Erewhon in Los Angeles. You're going to walk around like, oh my God, is this fashion week? There's some of the craziest outfits I've ever seen. I'm like, dude, what are you?
Yeah.
What's going on? Are those goggles?
And
What
they're
is
judging
happening?
you. And to be clear, they're judging you.
Or you got someone who looks like, are you homeless? Are you a bohemian? Are you designing the next future app that'll change the world?
And once again,
Are
they're
you
judging you.
Are you in Tame Impala? Who are you? And
Yeah.
why are you buying this much immunity juice or whatever?
How much jojoba oil do you need?
Yeah. You know what? I walk into an Erewhon
Jojoba?
with $50. You're gonna walk out with just a candy bar. Get
If
out
you're
of here.
lucky.
If you're lucky.
They might give you half a California roll for $50.
So all
But
you
they'll tell you not to come back.
your dreams. Sometimes you'll go into like a Food for Less or a Vons. These are our grocery stores here in Los Angeles. And okay, why don't I just like go to a soup kitchen?
Yeah.
Yuck. Stop.
They really, yeah. It's kind of depressing. I haven't been to this Food for Less since they closed the one near me, but it was always kind of depressing to go in there. Even though the prices were great, it's just like bare concrete. There's nobody working there. You got to bag your own groceries.
Oh, God. Erewhon.
Erewhon.
Me and my wife are starving. We can't afford to even eat anything there, and I feel great.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It goes Erewhon, Gelson's, Pavilions. Whole Foods Pavilion's kind of the same to me at this point. Then you got your Vons, your Ralphs. Well, it depends on the Ralphs. The Ralphs in Sherman Oaks, that's a really nice Ralphs.
Yeah. We know. What was your grocery store growing up in your?
We would QFC or Albertsons.
Albertsons, yeah.
Yeah.
This is literally the grocery store that's up the street from my mom. It's like lower than Food for Less, and we would shop there my whole life. It was called No Frills.
It was called No Frills?
No Frills. And it was yellow, like taxi cab yellow and black. No frills. And it was all no name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even like candy bars, they didn't have Snickers?
They had the brands, but they also had their version.
Okay,
and it was just looked like it was like government issued milk.
Yeah.
Or government issued beans or something.
I feel like at some point in our life, they started trying to make the store brands look less like store brands. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like I feel like when we were young, yeah, you would walk in and it'd be like milk or not Cheerios. And now you walk in and there's a little bit of art. The they got a fancy little thing that says Safeway, so you can't really tell at a glance that it says Safeway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. What else are you on top? You got any bits you're working on?
I don't know if I do. I think we kind of covered them all last week, but let's pull out the old phone. Pull out Shop Mando. What could that be? Division of Labor. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong.
Division of Labor. What departments have grievances with?
Let's see. Okay. Well,
What was that?
That was my tummy.
That was your stomach?
Yeah, that was my tummy. You didn't hear it? The mic up to it. See if they get anything.
I thought it was my dog growling.
It did sound like Franklin, didn't it?
I was like, oh my God, you must rip a hell of a fart.
Yeah, you know I do. I think that's why I don't stink, honestly, because I fart so much. I think instead of coming out my pores, I just let it out.
You must. Honestly, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
It's probably you're like well contained, and then what comes out of you is fire and brimstone.
It's disgusting.
Could you clear, like, if you farted right now, could you clear this room? Could you be like, I got to get out of here?
Maybe. I did once.
Have you farted in front of the lady yet?
Not on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
I have one time on a bus on a baseball trip. I had them all. The whole bus had the windows down, like heads out the window.
And everyone's laughing. It's a fun time.
Yeah, it was funny. Everybody had a good time.
My wife has not heard me rip a huge one yet, but I have ripped small ones around her.
You guys have been living together for this long. You've never done a big one in front of her?
Here's a little tip. If you want to, fart in front of your significant other, just do what I do, okay? You know it's coming. You're going to rip it. Mm-hmm. You rip some fart, but right as you're farting, fall down.
Oh.
So she thinks you're falling and everything's, oh, are you okay?
And then you're like, oh, when I fell, the ground knocked a little toot out of me.
Yeah. She's like, that's okay. There you go.
Okay. Maybe I got a couple things I want to run by you.
Let's do it.
First one, I don't really know where I'm going with this yet, but I went to my parents' house and they have purchased the, do you know the salt and pepper grinders that you like push a button and it's like,
yeah, I actually just saw one of these.
I hate that shit.
Why?
What? I need a USB cord for salt.
Is that your stomach
That
again?
was my stomach again.
Oh, I thought it was my dog. Is this part of the bit? That must be very hard to time.
I hate the idea that my salt and pepper shakers, the batteries can die, and then I have to plug them in. I've been putting salt on my food for 35 years. Never once did I need to get USB involved.
Right.
That's it. That's all I've got so far.
Yeah. Let me see. How about this?
What else? Yeah. What else would you?
What if my
overcomplicate.
My salt and paper shakers are automated now. It's like I press a button now, it grinds. You know, what if it runs out of battery? What if it's not working when I need it? You know, I think most women have the same complaint with their vibrators. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What's next? My toothbrush needs Wi-Fi. No, his toothbrush is already plugged in. But like, what's another thing that you don't need power? That you don't need? To be electric. You know?
Yeah, something that's just like, you know, a simple tool.
Yeah. Yeah. What's next? My pen needs Wi-Fi.
That's like your old man character.
Yeah, it did make me feel like an old man. That was part of it. Was I was like annoyed when I saw it at my parents' house because it made me feel like an old man. Where I was like, "You got USB in the salt now? The salt needs USB. What's next?
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe that's
you
it.
can bring the old man out of me. Brings a scared boomer out
Yeah.
of me. What's next? Then you say what's next. As soon as you say what's next, you're officially a boomer. You're officially an old man.
You're washed.
Yeah.
What's next?
Huh?
What's next? I need
Then you start
Wi-Fi.
explaining
The
something.
toilet needs Wi-Fi.
Then you start explaining stuff that already is here. What's next? A bicycle with an engine on it? I'm like, what?
Yeah. What's next? The cars drive themselves.
And then they do have that. Yeah, way more.
they do.
Way more.
Okay, so that's one. I'll try that. And then, okay. There's another one. I did use my grandfather's funeral as an excuse to get out of a couple of things that I didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt a little bit guilty about it at first. And then I thought about it a little bit more. And I think he would have wanted that. I think he would be okay with that. I think if he knew I was using it to get out of a birthday party I didn't want to go to, he'd be like, yeah, dude, tell him you were at my funeral. And that, to me, it's just open notice to anyone who knows me.
Right.
Use my funeral to get out of anything if you need to.
Wow.
That's and if you do go to my funeral, you don't even have to go. If you do go to my funeral, though, all I ask is that if anyone ever calls you and asks, was anyone else at the funeral, you have to say yes. See, this isn't funny, but it's fun.
I can't get it.
Yeah.
It'd be ironic if your grandfather was a draft dodger.
Yeah. Oh, I wish my grandfather had been a coward.
And then it's like, you can't be mad at you. Like, hey, help me get out of something. You know what that's about.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun. Like, you know, like I have a buddy whose his dad passed away. He was but his dad was a draft dodger, which is kind of sweet because he can use his funeral to get out of stuff and not feel guilty.
Yeah.
But who's the buddy? Now we're making stuff up. That's okay.
Yeah, that's something though.
That's something there. I do like the idea of use my funeral to get out of something.
And that's also just true. Use it.
Would you be pissed if someone in the afterlife, if someone met someone at your funeral? Would you be like, hey, what are you guys getting each other's numbers now?
Oh no,
I'm
of
dead.
course not. I don't care.
I'd be like, hey, have some respect.
You don't want people getting digits.
Guys, it's about me today. Hello,
Sure.
little man in a box.
Yeah. Here's one more little idea that I don't know if it's even worth it, but I think listen, I don't care who's playing sports, trans person, not trans person. I think it would be actually sick if there were more trans people playing sports. From what I understand, there's not that many trans people. So it would become a real bidding war. Can you imagine the like scholarship opportunities for like a 6'4" trans woman who could dunk? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. And then if Duke gets one, then North Carolina's got to get one.
Yes.
And that I just think would be fun and interesting.
Let's start making them.
Yeah, let's start making them.
Trump, Mr. President, if you can hear us, let's make more trans.
Let's make more trans. Can we make more trans?
Mr. Trump, we were big fans. We didn't vote for you, but because the woke mob would have came down on us. But then again, we were alone in the booth, or in front of our ballots. We could have done it, but we had our significant others looking over our shoulders. But I would have voted for you. I'm happy you're our president. I'm very happy. There's going to be no more wars and lower prices, and frankly, the woke mob's going to fucking just die out there.
And Dogecoin to the moon.
Dude, to the moon, and Elon's the guy, and we know how much we love Cash.
Cash Patel,
Matt
come on the
Gaetz
show.
can rot in hell because he
Sure.
looks like a swollen fucking Pokemon character.
But we'll happily take that back if he gives us enough money.
Yes, but if you're listening to this right now, I forget the point, but
Make more trans
make
people.
more trans people. Come on,
Come on.
another Caitlyn Jenner out there.
Come on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
because we were talking about WNBA, when you said Caitlyn Jenner, I heard Caitlyn Clark, and I was like, are you calling Caitlyn Clark
No,
trans?
she's my sweet, sweet princess. I love Caitlyn Clark, like you wouldn't believe. If Caitlyn Clark should be the next, I should be I could guest on this podcast.
Okay.
What a
yeah.
week. Cash Patel, Caitlyn Clark. I should say Caitlyn Clark. It says Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, maybe.
Was that last episode or this episode?
That was this one.
Okay, good. Bad memory. It's all blending into each other.
Yeah.
Make more trans.
Make them more.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
Not hard.
No, not really.
You got any bits?
Never really do. I think I did this one already where my buddy complains about being single. He's like, oh, being single sucks. You ever get rejected by a woman that you don't even like? And I was like, buddy, I'm married. You ever get your ideas ridiculed from a woman you love? Mm-hmm. Did I say that
Yeah.
already?
I think maybe not here, but I heard you do that at Totally, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. One time I was like, hey, should we get a pool table? Like, that's the dumbest idea I ever heard. Yeah. But my buddy could still have a shot with her. You know, he could still get a call, be like, hey, just come over. I changed my mind. My wife's not going to wake me up in the middle of the night. Hey, let's get that pool table. Something there. I don't know. I feel like I'm really struggling writing bits these days. I don't know what's up. I don't know. I'm just feeling like I'm just not clicking on all cylinders.
I feel like I go through kind of, it's feast or famine.
Yeah.
Some weeks it's like I'm just writing stuff down all day, and then some weeks, some years.
You're a pen to pad guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like...
I'm always in the lab with a pen and a pad trying to get this damn label off.
Yeah.
The label is registered sex offender.
You keep writing to your congressman saying...
writing.
To your congressman say, hey, man, it's a mistake. I was jogging my shirt off. I cut through a kindergarten. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't sex.
Related. Hey, I was sweaty, rubbing my body. Yes, it was hot. I was putting on some lotion.
It's not sexual. I don't deserve to be on the list.
Oh, man. Oh, I had a good time.
I
Did you
had
have
a great time.
Thanks so much for being part of this episode of Well, Hell Yeah, everybody. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the podcast. Hit the notification bell. Tell a friend. Leave a comment. Leave a review. Whatever it be. Watch a short. Follow us on Instagram. All those links are in the description of this episode. See us live if you can, January 30th at Mic Drop Mania in Phoenix, Arizona. And every Wednesday at Totally Common Show in Los Angeles. See us there. We'll talk to you soon.
There.
Happy holidays.
Happy Christmas. Bye.